Good morning, good morning, good morning. And just to make sure it is Wednesday this time, my landscapers were here earlier yesterday. They usually come on Wednesdays, so messed me up a little. I thought yesterday was Wednesday. So how is everyone doing this morning? Everybody on Facebook, as usual, click on the image, come over to the YouTube channel and chat along with everybody else. We always just go on about a minute early, wait for people to slowly get in the chat, because we never can tell when YouTube is going to send out the announcement that, hey, Paul's live. Actually, I got it. It says starts in 3 minutes. But that's it. You'd think I'd get one that says starting now. So, how is everyone doing? I put the link in if anybody wants to come in, chat, say what's on your mind, what's happening, how's your online reselling going. Excuse me. You are more than welcome to do so. As we just wait for a few more people to come in, I am going to do what I always suggest everybody do every morning, excuse me, which is check their eBay, see if they have anything that needs attention. Because if you do this every day, it'll become repetition. And all right, so nothing to ship. I think I took care of all that yesterday. Yep, nothing to ship. So then you go back to sell. And I have 4 items that I could send offers on. And let's see, don't you know, one of them was for one of the things that we listed on the show yesterday. So let's do this. Let's send an offer. I have it at 12. I do have free shipping. So let's go 10. Get rid of that. This is my very last one, 84. All right. Offer must be $79.80. Don't you hate that when they do that? 20 cents difference, huh? Let's do that. This one we get a ton of offers on every week. I even lowered the price, but I'm still okay. 55.10, you know? And this one, 17. Let's go 15. And there we go. So now on eBay, I am all caught up. I sent all my offers. I have nothing to ship. Did that yesterday. No offers to respond to. So that's good. But like I said, this is stuff that, you know, I like to do every day. We should all do it every day. It just keeps up the activity on your page. And now I see people are coming in. So let's say hello, Turtle Trader. How are you doing? What's happening today? Thank you for coming in. Hope you're doing well. Let me log in. There we go. JRKR, good morning, good morning. Lovely morning today. How are you today? Lisa C, good to see you again, Lisa C. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully everything is good with you today. Hopefully everything is good with everybody today. Yeah, Jules, good morning. I was just talking about that. We don't know when they send their notifications. I can tell you, when you're on YouTube, I can't do it. When you're on YouTube, make sure it's in gray. The subscribe, that's usually down here. Make sure it's gray. If not, if it's red, just click it, go to the bell icon, and make sure you click every. So that way you're notified every time we go on live. Turtle, everybody saying hi. Hello, Pam. Hello. Good morning. How are you doing? DC Sells is here also. Hey, DC. How's it going today? Busy today? Doing a lot of plaques and stuff? Vinyls? Oh, let me go back here. Stitch It. Good morning, Stitch It. How are you? I have it right, but weird how late it was. Yeah, that's typically why I'll go a couple of minutes early all the time and then just chit chat. So, all right. So we did eBay. Macari, let's see what we have to do on Macari. Let's go to the seller dashboard. Like I said, this is stuff every day. Just get rid of it every morning. I have nothing that needs to be done. Nothing, no unread messages. I have, I believe, 2 items in process, 2 orders in process, waiting for those to get to their people. My listings, I am now at 242. I listed a few items. Well, let's see, yesterday after the show ended, I spent another hour. I listed the rest of the games that I had on eBay, and then I posted them here on Macari. Plus, I added the Fantastic Four. I added the plushes, the Godzilla piece, King Kong, and here's all the games that we listed during the show. So 1 hour took care of all that. And then I started to get likes. Like Star Wars Episode 1, like the Bandai King Kong, like the Pebbles, like the Kiss, likes the Fantastic Four. But I found out that on the platform that, if you send an offer, the next time you send an offer, which I believe you can do 3 days later, has to be less money. So I'm kind of holding off on that. I did do, I think on this one and one other. Oh, wait a minute. Smart pricing. All right. On these 2, on the King Kong and the Godzilla, I did smart pricing, which you could put a limit to how low the price will go. So I did that to try it out. Never did it yet, so I'm going to try it out. But this is Wednesday. So this is going in my 3rd week. We're still at $23 $23. $100 for the first week we were on. $23. Once this ends, we'll have $48, $49 for this week. So that's it. That is it. January house. How are you doing, Mike? What's happening? Oh, and we just sold something on eBay. Oh, so that King Kong that I just gave the person the offer on, he accepted it. So it just sold. So instead of waiting, let me take this and delete it. So I'll have to ship that out today. So I'm all out of King Kong, all out of Godzilla. Won't be able to get any more until, from what they say, January now, because that was part of that tanker that landed and, all that stuff. So how is everybody doing? I put the link in. Mike or anybody, you want to come in and chat a little, say how you're doing, how your sales are going, how your week is going, what's happening in your life. Come on in. It's the link is there. Anybody can come in and chat. Excuse me. How was your auction last night, Mike? I believe it's every Tuesday and Sunday. My seat keeps going down because it's old. I know we don't. I didn't say we were talking. Whoops. I know I didn't say we were talking about sourcing. But don't forget, here's a website you need to check out every week also. estatesales.net, not .com, .net. For some reason, the .net one is much better. Anybody want to give me a zip code? Zip code, looking for a zip code. Anybody, zip code. What was that? Bobby Pizzelli, Kivoy, Bobby, what's happening? 02149. Everett, Massachusetts. We're looking for today. Wow. There is a ton. Distance 30 miles. Let's bring that down to 15. Holy crap-a-zoli. All right, hold on, Jules. You can either click on these and it brings up a little information here, and then you can go to more. Excuse me. And it tells you about the company, the online auction only. So this is a usually, this is from a company that's doing an online, so it might be a high bid. So they're going to direct you to go there. And he just paid. Thank you very much. So then you click anywhere else. Online auction. Wow, why are they all on online auctions? Jamaica Plain. Online auction. What? Downsizing online auction. All right. Jules, what was that number again? 33026. 33026. Hollywood, Florida. Wow, Jules. Not too many. Fixer-upper dream home, which means they probably sold the home and now they got to get rid of all the crap. Stitcher, January, Bobby Pizzelli, January house. Hi, Sandy, too. Hope you are up and about. Yes, Bobby, thank you for asking. We're on our 4th round of antibiotics and just had a follow-up call with, what do you call it, a med call or something. We did FaceTime with the doctor. And he says it could probably take another 4 to 6 weeks, but we're on the mend. Thank you for asking. No auction last night for me, Paul Antonelli. I'm going to do a quick pop-up auction tonight. Very good. Hey, Mike, do you want a guest seller? I know someone that's available. Just saying. So fixer-upper dream home. All sales are final. Shipping available. That's interesting. Shipping available. You usually don't see that. So then you go through the pictures. Oh, my God. They're selling everything. Now, as a real estate broker, I get nervous with stuff like this because they're selling the tub, the commode, the stairs, the balusters here. We call that they're raping the home. Oh my God. Typically when you see this, the air conditioner compressor, oh yeah, I can almost guarantee what this is. These people, I wish I had the MLS for Hollywood, Florida. I'll bet these people are in foreclosure. So they are going to take everything out of the house. Clean out. Wow. I've seen this happen here in the Kissimmee area. What happens is they sell the light fixtures. You're not supposed to remove things that are attached to the property. because it's part of the property. So you're not supposed to take stuff. You're not supposed to remove things like that. Especially the balusters and on the stairs. You'll never be able to get an FHA loan because that's a danger right there. So it looks to me like what we call they're raping the home. And they just want it down to the bare bones. Because, not for nothing, there is nothing wrong with those walls. The tile on the walls and the floor and stuff in the bath looks beautiful. I mean, damn. Especially the air compressor. If it's over 5 or 6, 7 years old, what good is it anyway? It's only got another 5 to 7 years. The water heater, yeah. Anyway, that's Florida for you. Let's see. No auction last night. Fishing and picking. Good morning. Yeah, they'll sell everything unless they're going to bulldoze the home, which I don't think would happen. But thanks for coming in, Fishing and Picking. How are you today? Hopefully you're fine. Selling the bidet is selling it all, man. I'm surprised they're not asking people to pull up the tiles on the floor if they want them. Sure looks like that, Paul. This is so often down here. Yep, that's marble. Okay. Talk about sour grapes. Yeah, Bobby, funny you say that. People that are in foreclosure tend to get upset at the bank, and they shouldn't, because it's not the bank's fault that you're in foreclosure. It's, it's just the way the things are right now. If people couldn't pay your rent, they have some help, but as property owners, we have no help because we couldn't pay our mortgage. Wow, that's interesting. Some interesting pictures here. Wow, a lot of artwork. That's pretty cool, that double bowl. Wow, a lot of artwork. I can't imagine what it's going to sell for, but... Well, Jules, if you live close, might be interesting to live auctioners online bidding. Might be interesting to check this out to see what some of these Cyrano de Bergerac winning portrayals. Wow, to see what some of these are going for. Let me just see if we could see that. Proceed to site. Jules sure looks like that. It's marble. Lisa, when I worked for HUD in Detroit, they used to take all the copper plumbing lines. Yep. I've had it here. Never one of my listings. People would put bags of cement. They'd rip the commode out. If not, they just pour it in the commode and flush a couple of times. And before you know it, you have to jackhammer the whole thing. $275, $250. They feel that this one is worth between $500 and $1,500. Oh my God. One bid, $250. Wow. Umbrella stand. So anybody wants an umbrella stand valued at supposedly $500 to $1,500, get your bid in quick because it's only at $250. Never can tell when you need an expensive umbrella stand. I'm being facetious, but damn. $6,000 for a dog painting. Donald Roller Wilson, American dog painting. Estimated $2,000 to $4,000. It's already at $6,000. Oh my goodness. And it unbelievable. What is this? Looks like it's a matchstick being thrown at the dog. I don't get that. Mike, do you think we could sell some of that on our YouTube auctions? Unbelievable. Anyway, that's estatesales.net. Keep your eyes on that. Good, it's good to look at what's close by you. So like if it was me and this was my area, I know I'm going to miss that. I'm going to, that's a nice thing about looking at the online. I mean, looking at the sales first, you can get an idea. Yeah, come on, baby, light my fire. Yeah. So like if I was into jewelry, this one may interest me. I may go. Oh, all right. I understand now. You see all this bid, it's online. I guess because of the increase in COVID that's happening, they're all going online, especially in Florida. I haven't checked my local area, but now it makes sense. I'm sorry. It didn't dawn on me until just now. I understand. If anybody here is from New York, I understand listening to the news yesterday that New York is fully mandated now, masks everywhere. You can't go into a restaurant unless you have a card that says you have recently been vaccinated, or no, you've been vaccinated, or you recently had a negative test to go into a restaurant to sit down and eat. That is crazy. And I guess now here, it's all the schools and everything. It's crazy. KT Treasures, good morning. And what are we looking and talking about? We're just jibber jabbering. We are all happy that you are here with us. Thank you. And we're just doing some chatting. I brought up estatesales.net. Because I know there's a million places to source online. I know it's not a sourcing show, but I figured, hey, I was going to look, so let me just share it with everybody. And if you would like to come in and share anything, the link is tagged on the top. You are welcome to. I recognize some of these artists. Oh, Jules, wow. Shill bidding. Mike does a lot of shill bidding. Do you, Mike? Mike, what do you think? I asked you a question about your auction. I understand. Shamrock Pixie. Shamrock, Des, come on in. Be like old times. The link is on the top. Subjective. That's true. Yeah, I don't. Hey, Jennifer Hayes. Good morning. I don't get the dog dressed as a Spanish dancer or whatever, but I don't understand the matchstick coming at the dog. I don't get it. Maybe the dog's owner burnt or something. I know they all have to have this meaning, special meaning or something, hidden meaning in a portrait, or I don't get it. Anyway, Shamrock Pixie. Yesterday we had Tommy. Now today we have Shamrock Pixie. All right, Des. All righty. Just Kim. Whoops, and it just jumped. Paul, curious, if you saw the toy shortage 2021, do you think new or vintage? If you saw the toy shortage 2021, do you think new or vintage? If you're talking about obtaining toys to sell online, eBay, Mercari, Amazon, wherever, I would go vintage because, excuse me. And just Kim, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. These days, vintage is better because, like anything, people jump on stuff like this. I was going to list this. Like the Pops. Now, this happens to be the giant King Kong one. Everybody jumps what's hot. So the vintage is too far and few between. Like I was selling a ton of toys new stuff because I buy new direct from the distributors on Amazon. Before you know it now, Amazon is doing their own exclusives. They're in bed with Hasbro and Mattel, is what the way we say it, because you have to do a minimum of 5,000 pieces to do your own exclusive. So if I wanted to do this, and I wanted him to have a dog tag that said, "Make money with Paul Antonelli" YouTube channel, just for that, I would have to purchase 5,000 pieces. But then you could say, I want blood coming down the side of his mouth, or I want his cuts to be open and bleeding, stuff like that. But you got to commit to 5,000 pieces. So the older toys are good because they're far and few between. Plus, as kids, we didn't take care of our old toys. I mean, I had a ton of, I was making models like crazy when I was a little kid. And what did we do? We went down to Mystic Lakes in Medford with firecrackers, put the boats and the ships in the water, and watched them blow up. Some of those things today are worth a lot of money. But who knew? We were kids. The G.I. Joes, they came out with the lifelike hair and stuff, and Kung Fu grip. Well, the Kung Fu grip didn't open up enough to hold another different gun from another guy. So you open it up and you crack the hands right off. You give them a shave. We didn't take care of that stuff back then when we were kids. Who knew? How long you on for? I'm on all day, every day, 24 hours a day. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, definitely come in. I don't think COVID is ever going away. I don't think so either. I heard on the news yesterday too that they said that we're never going to be 100% over it. Now they said Israel yesterday came out with a study that said the shot or shots only last for 8 months, whereas one of the local hospitals said 4 months. That's why they're pushing for the booster. But it's going to be like the regular flu. You're going to have to get a booster shot every 8 months. Back to a year ago with COVID, I also told my friends we would be in COVID world for at least 2 years. Yep. I mean, look at polio and stuff like that. What was that, from the 20s? And I remember going to school and you had to have those shots. We were just talking, Sandy and I, yesterday. Remember the tuberculosis shot? It's not a shot. It was a round thing with 4 points, and they would just do that to you. You would get stuck like 4 little times, and then you'd have to say after an hour if it became red and stuff in school. So I guess it's going to be, with us forever. Headed to a live auction. We'll jump on. Oh, cool. Well, happy purchasing. Hope you get some good stuff. I love live auctions. It's all over the news that everywhere toys will be hard to find. Couple of YouTube channels, they can't get inventory in. Walmart, Target, shelves empty. Well, stuff like this, no. But like the King Kong thing I sold earlier, that's from Japan. That's from Bandai. That was supposed to be in June, and I got it, I think, 3 weeks ago. And I got allocated, which means I ordered a case of each. And they only sent me 3 pieces of each. So I asked them, well, what's going on with the rest? And they said, well, you're only going to be able to get them in January. If you still want them, you have the chance to cancel. And I said, well, yeah, because if everybody's the same way, everybody's going to wait until Christmas to get them. Well, we can't guarantee them for Christmas. So what good is that? And that's all because a lot of the inventory, a lot of the store's inventory for everything was stuck on that tanker in the canal there that couldn't get through for the longest time. Actually, this Neon City King Kong is about a month and a half, maybe 2 months late also. For Amazon, 5,000 is nothing. Amazon wants third-party fee revenue without having third-party sell. Yes, they do. That's right. They're doing their best, I think, to get rid of third-party sellers. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
you're always so quick on the letting me
uptick.
In.
How are you?
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good. What the hell's going on with that beard? You don't have a razor anymore?
No, man. What do you think? I lost it.
Are you okay with that, or do you prefer this?
Whatever's fine with me, or with you, I mean.
All right. So how are you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, you're welcome to join me if you want. I was just going to do a quick, I don't know, maybe an hour or two at the most, pop-up auction tonight.
All right. What time?
I was thinking 7 Eastern.
All right. I would love to, because I haven't done anything because I haven't felt well in so long. But I do have stuff I would like to move.
Okay. Let's chat after the show.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Shoot me a note, and then I'll or we'll get on StreamYard or whatever. We'll figure it out.
All right. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I see you as a full again. Yeah. How is COVID in your area?
In my area?
Yeah.
You know what? Pennsylvania is a kind of a strange state, right? There's Philly, there's Pittsburgh, and then there's the middle of the state where I live. Okay. And it's a little different in Philly and Pittsburgh than it is here in the middle of the state. Philly just enacted a mask mandate indoors for all this stuff. Kind of similar to New York, but not as strict yet, but it's probably getting there. Out here, it's, people wear masks if they want. And, there's no mask mandate, statewide or anything like that. So you don't have to. So some people wear them. Most people don't. It's not that big of a, no one really says anything to anybody if they are or if they aren't. I don't know.
We have the same. Yeah. We have the same thing here. It's now the stores, when you go into the stores, they have the sign up in front again. You have to wear the mask.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make an effort by wiping down the keypads on the credit card machines and stuff like that, which they stopped. Why didn't you just keep it going? And
right. I don't think cases are up like, any significant amount of number. There was a whole, I don't know, when the lockdowns happened, like when we were actually locked down, in the beginning, they got caught fudging the numbers here in Pennsylvania, I'll say.
Yeah.
And ever since that time period, I kind of stopped really paying attention to the day by day, briefing on it or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's just, I follow the rules. If, there's some places that will want you to have a mask on to come in. Most don't, but, if I have to, I will. But
right.
It's very few and far between. I mean, it is what it is. The schools are going back, and they're full-time in person, and it's mask optional, at least right now. So, but the good thing is there's an opt-out, like there's a homeschool, program for parents that don't want their kids to go to school if people aren't wearing masks.
Yeah.
Which I think is good, because we didn't have it the other way when it started. When it started, it was masks, all the time, and there was no opt-out option. I mean, you could have stayed home then, I guess, too, as well. But
right.
So anyway,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's okay, but I think the thinking in Pennsylvania is we'll be trending back towards mandatory masks. Once Philly gets fully more on board, and then I don't know, but the governor says he's not going to do it. So,
wow,
I don't know.
Yeah, I was surprised about New York that they did it fully. Like, you have to show that card now, and just to go into a restaurant to eat and stuff. It's crazy.
Right.
KT says, my daughter went to Walmart last night and she said shelves are bare. She was like, what's going on? Well, I can tell you, and just came up and seeing that I haven't been to Walmart for weeks. I can tell you that here, where like Walmart's only about every 5 miles. Um, it's they all seem to be doing a whole store reset. So they're taking off the top shelves. They're lowering the aisles. They're shrinking the aisles in some place. They're putting in that cosmetics area, and housewares is in with women's clothes. They actually had to close the local Walmart here for a couple of days because I guess they had so many people in helping that I think they said 30 of them came down with COVID. So they're just all doing a whole, it could be company wide, doing a whole reset, a whole new style for their stores. Maybe they figured this was the right time to do it.
I think maybe also that stores, maybe not Walmart specifically, but stores just in general might not be ordering as much stuff just generally because, if there's, I don't know if we'll go to a lockdown situation again, but if there's mask mandates and people aren't going into the store because they don't want to wear the mask or whatever the situation is, or even people that wear the mask are kind of, afraid about going to the store with people that aren't wearing masks. And maybe the stores don't want to be stuck with all that inventory on top of having less people to work the stores and put the stuff away and, and I don't know, help people out and all that stuff.
Right.
Seems like it just seems, because I see it here too, not only Walmart, other stores, you go into and it just seems like there's whole sections that are empty or very few items in there, and it's like, wow, it's like, I wonder what's going on here. And
the other thing with that, I only know this because I worked for Walmart for like 5 or 6 years. Walmart doesn't order products. Products are ordered as they're scanned through the registers.
Okay.
So in other words, if I don't know, well, I only have this product next to me. So if they scan 5 of these and they know it comes 6 to a case, that gets transmitted to home office and a case is ordered for the store. Sometimes they'll order 2 cases because they could say, well, these things went through within 24 hours, so they have a big call for it.
Right.
The other thing is Walmart, like Target, because I did work for Target in management for a year, they have to beat last year's numbers by 10%, or your bonus is out the window. So think about where we were last year. The COVID thing was really rampant,
right?
And people weren't going to stores. And then Walmart's around here were 24 hours. They closed at 9 o'clock. They're not 24 hours anymore.
Right.
That's why around here there's hardly anybody working.
Right.
Because, if you can't get your numbers down by sending people home or whatever, you're in deep doo-doo.
Right.
And I did go to the Walmart up here that just opened a year ago, and there were employees from several stores. And this was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon working inventory. Typically in Walmart, the pallets have to be off the floor by 9 a.m. because they don't want customers getting hurt.
Right.
1 o'clock, there were pallets everywhere, and there was people from every store around working pallets. So that's another thing they do is they send people, all right, we need to bust out the back room, we need to bust out the trailers or whatever. So it is different.
Yeah.
It is different.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm in a mindset where I'm trying to gear up to have as much inventory as possible going into, definitely fourth quarter, but into the, beyond that, the winter months, after that as well. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like something's coming. I don't know, maybe another lockdown or just maybe, whatever it is, more mandates for masks and stuff. And people, I'm just anticipating more people buying things online, more.
Oh yeah, I think that's going to happen.
And, that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to make sure I'm set. So, and plus here in Pennsylvania, we're about a month, maybe a month and a half, 2 months away from no more yard sales, no more garage sales. Once the weather starts getting a little, more towards fall, and estate sales or whatever, if people don't sell their houses in the wintertime, that the opportunities for sourcing will be drying up here a little bit sooner. So
Right. That's true. I'm going to have to deal with that soon myself. Let's catch up with the chat.
okay.
Bob, do you remember, I don't know how old you are, but do you remember the tuberculosis thing that when we were kids?
No, my grandparents told me about it.
My grandparents. Okay. Sugar cube for polio, Bobby says. I'm just a few years too young for a smallpox shot. Rare, might be out of the gate. Excuse me. Okay, thank you. I was just curious. I don't have sealed vintage. You don't need sealed vintage as long as you have vintage. Like, I have a whole box next to me, a shoe box full of old Star Wars action figures. I just put them. I went to Walmart, bought the Glad snack wraps, and they're perfect. In one bag, I have 3 figures in, and they're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If you get sealed vintage, beautiful, because that's a lot of money right there. Yeah. Mike. Guess
Hey,
what
Bobby.
day it is?
I want to say thanks to KT Treasures for subscribing. Thank you very much.
Oh, cool. Yes, subscribe to each other.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Mike, Pam said. Oh, you never met Mike, Pam?
Hey, Pam.
Mike's a twerker from way back then.
I'm not that old, but I mean, I'm not. I was just teasing when I said my grandparents told me about tuberculosis, but
okay.
There's
still some shots.
I just turned 43 in May.
Okay, but I don't. My kid's been out of school forever. There's still some shots, I'm sure, that are required to go to school, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I have school age kids, and you have to have whatever the shots. You know, it's like a age. You know, at 5. You know, it's like kindergarten, and then 2nd grade, and then whatever. You know what I mean? Those years you have to get your shots, and yeah, I'm sure it's tuberculosis and measles and what. You know, they usually give you the concoction in the. It's like one shot is like 3 things in it or whatever, and you get 2 shots or whatever it is. Yeah,
exactly. That's right, DC. Yes, Jen. We get Joe to keep those 2 slackers in line.
That's right. That's right.
I go in all the time and tell him that. Just subbed. Can't check the channel. Kids like to complete a collection. That's right. That's one thing. If you're a collector, which I've been now for, almost as many years as Mike has been on the planet. Some collectors, like myself, are completist, which means if I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're dying to get number 5, 4 and 5 or whatever I missed it. You're a completist. You need the whole collection.
Right.
And if things are old and expensive, they will go for a low grade, knowing, hoping, praying they can maybe sell that and buy a higher grade eventually and move up the collection. That's true, JR. That should be the way with masks.
Yeah.
We're talking about cases, but deaths are very low. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, I hate to get in and run, but I just wanted to say, tonight's fine. Let's talk. I have to run here, but let's talk after the show. Shoot me a note on whatever, Facebook Messenger or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
And we'll do it and we'll work it out. But yeah, thanks for all you do on this morning show. I just wanted to say thanks. Usually I'm in here lurking and working and packing and all that stuff while I'm listening to you, so I don't get a chance to respond right away. But cool. I like showing the sourcing and showing the listing. It helps, not only newer people, but sometimes there's a lot of different ways to do the same thing on eBay. Some listing, right, and titles and descriptions and shipping, and people do it all differently. So it's people like us that have been doing it a while can still learn things too. So appreciate your channel.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And everyone have a good morning, and I'll talk to you later, Paul.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
That was Mike, January house. 6 deaths in Broward County. Yeah, it's a lot. I think I heard your child is more likely to be struck by lightning than dying of this. Could be. Mike is growing his beard long enough to put up to cover his face like a mask. I can never. I I could never do that. Mine has always been George Michael, scruffiness. I had it when I was younger. I used to have it long, and I had the white in the middle and the Hulk Hogan style, but can't do that. And then what do you call it? The elastic around here, the Lou Albano style. They were a year ago at the peak, still much lower. Yes, compared to a lot of deaths are way down. Is it okay to say YouTube channel that I saw? Is it okay to say your YouTube channel that I saw the info? All right, bye, Sam. I don't know what you mean, Kim, but sure, I guess. Oh, jumped again. Trying to get caught up. But they want to make it seem as bad. Nowhere is bad. Nobody wins cases. A year ago today, I think it was my partner started to get really sick, and I was the nurse and caregiver. Wow. Walmart year-over-year corrections must be total chaos because of 2020. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can remember, excuse me, when 9/11 happened, I had to go in and I had to send all the ethnic people home for fear of whatever. And then after a while, we closed the store early. And the day after, I think we stayed closed. So the next year on those days, we made practically nothing. But here it is a year later, and it's normal business. And I can remember myself being told, you need to run on a skeleton crew. We need to save on payroll. We need to get this place under control for the because as management, you would get the report every morning. You'd go print the report, and you got to do what you got to do. I can remember running a store in Massachusetts. There were no super centers. Well, there was one, I think, way out west. And this is the early stage. This was like when Walmart just came in 20 years ago, I think now. And, the store that had, what did I have? 100 and something employees, and I had to run the whole store with, 20, 30 employees. So, yeah, just to save, which is a ridiculous thing, but. Jules, Mike, thanks. You just made me feel as old as the Jurassic Age. I've seen trying ones. Bama picking and grinning. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. How are you doing today? Oh my God. Like old times.
Good morning, everybody.
What is happening with you?
A lot.
I saw your post that you are so over this. You're getting hives from the sun. And yep. I said, well, at least you're only getting hives. Come to Florida and the sun gives you more than just hives. It gives you skin cancer.
Well, and it's weird because it's been since my spleen stuff, I started getting hives, but we really couldn't pinpoint what was going on. And this past weekend, it started going away. And then this weekend we were out in the sun and I just hives. I'm like, wow. Son of a gun. So
I heard the weather yesterday. Now this whole week was supposed to be in the hundreds. For the first time, and I'm a news junkie, I guess. I listen to the news in the morning and at night every day. For the first time I ever can remember him saying the heat index or the sun index, if you go outside, expect to burn within 10 minutes. I never heard.
That's normal for me.
Yeah, I've never heard them say that before. I mean, I burn, pretty good. But yeah, it's weird. DC sells. I have bought so many Marvel Universe loose because you just can't find them anymore. Wow. That's why every time DC when I do an auction or something, people say, when are you going to sell the stuff in the cases? We need all those figures in the cases. And I'm almost ready.
Almost.
What type of stuff is selling fastest for everyone? I know I can ask the woman next to me what type of stuff is selling fastest for everyone. Go ahead, let them know.
Decals.
They
Decals
do
are
a hell
selling
of a
great.
decal business.
Yep.
I see Tommy has been posting on Facebook new decal designs, I guess.
Yep.
So if everybody is not subscribed to Des and Tommy on Facebook, check them out because he has been posting the new designs that he has. And these decals, you could put on the back of your laptop. You could put them on your refrigerator. I don't know why. But typically, most people will put them on their bumpers, on their windows of their cars.
Smooth surfaces is what.
It's just what you love. Like she has a cool one, the Deadpool hand. So if you're a fan of Deadpool.
I love Deadpool. It's like one of my favorite characters out there. And so I did put I don't know if you can see it, but I put the email, or not the email, the web address in chat. And that's where a lot of our decals are. They're on Facebook Marketplace as well, but the ones that are on Facebook Marketplace are also on our website. Do you see it?
I don't see it in the chat.
Okay. Then I'll put it in private chat and you can post it.
Okay. Amy, Hot Mess Drifter, just came in. Hello, Amy. Hello. Amy, some morning, 5 o'clock.
Good morning.
On a weekend, Amy, 5 o'clock in the morning. You and me, auction. I happened to be on one Saturday or Sunday morning. I said, let me just pop in and go live.
That's too early for this girl.
Yeah. She says, oh, you should have called me. I was up real early. All right, DC, take care. DC is another one that does decals, and that's
she does license plates.
License plates.
Like this.
Those things there. Bobby Pizzelli saying hi to Des.
Hello. Let me put this back up.
Jules saying hi, bye. Adventures with Vicky Toria. She hates Vicky Toria. I do it on purpose, though. She hates Vicky Toria. Hopefully, she's on her way to Dollar Tree to get some watch batteries, because I, too, am dying to see what that thing sounds like. Hello, Victoria. Don't forget Victoria's show, 7:30 to 8:30 every morning except Saturday and Sunday, where you could find her at the local IHOP having breakfast. Just kidding. She doesn't go on Saturday and Sunday. Victoria Ronica. There's a new one. Victoria Ronica. There you go. I like that. I like Vicky Toria better.
One of these days, Paul, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, I know. Candy tells me that too. You know, it's funny. Wait a minute. Let me just catch up because I am almost there. I do, LOL, eating breakfast right now, then going to Dollar Tree. Cool. You probably seen it being on the show and stuff. I love doing accents. And I've always loved it. I've always, I could be in a talk with somebody and I love their accent. And before you know it, I'm talking to them, trying to do their accent. I'll be at Walmart, walking around. Somebody will, people are, not all people. There's a lot of people that are entitled. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Entitled. I'm not one to stand like right there at the counter looking at something. If I want to see something on the second, third shelf, I'm going to stand back on the other side. You got some schmuck that comes right in front of you and he stops. It's like, I'll just bust out and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at that item," or you make a good window, not. And Sandy said, "You're going to get your ass kicked someday."
Yeah.
And I just
Tommy,
tell her, "Oh, let them. They could try."
But Tommy does accents too, and it's hilarious. Him and Jaslyn will start at a store or something, and it's like I walk away because I'm like, "Yep, you two are gonna get yourselves in so much trouble."
Yep.
And then when the spammers call, he uses a funny accent. And yesterday he had a call from a spammer, and I was sitting here and I'm just like looking at him, going, "Really?" It was one of those credit card ones.
Yes.
And he's like, "No credit card." I can't do the accents that he does, but he was saying he didn't have a credit card, and if they were willing to give him one, he'd take one, and they hung up on him.
Yeah.
And he's also gotten the spammers where he'll answer, and they'll start talking to him, and then he'll put it on speaker and he'll put it up against the TV so that whoever he's watching on YouTube, they hear the whole conversation. It's kind of funny.
Wow. I don't get that glass blower.
My dad used to say that all the time.
What?
Just means that you're not see-through, so move your ass.
Oh, I get it now. Your mom wasn't a glass blower.
Yep, my dad used to say that a lot.
You know why the snowman was happy?
I'm scared.
Because he heard the snowblower was coming.
Oh dear God.
That is so old. I probably heard that in the 6th grade.
I dropped the link into private chat for you so you can share that.
I don't know why you I didn't even see anything you put in the chat. Copy. Paste. I'm going to paste it. There you go. It's in there. Prince by TBE.
Yeah.
Huh?
Can you see me now? I put a heart in chat.
No.
What'd you do? Block me?
Yeah, no, you're there. Okay. Now you can post it.
Sassy.
I do eating breakfast right now. Going to Dollar Tree. I never heard that phrase. Your mama wasn't a glass blower. Huh.
Yeah, I grew up on that saying. I'm telling you. My dad used to say it to my brothers all the time. See, thank you, Amy.
Cool.
Do you need a new prescription on your glasses there, Paul?
No, you know what it is and Sandy told me today, she said, "You got to look at the camera more." So I moved the camera over almost next to this screen instead of being in the middle. It doesn't show up on StreamYard. Well, it's been showing up on StreamYard first and not on YouTube. There is a lag. Yeah, Bobby says the same thing. That phrase is new to her too.
All right, so I am actually going to put a coupon code into chat for our website for anybody who orders.
Nice.
Off our website.
How many couponers do we have out here? You ever do that? You have a coupon?
No, not really.
I think the most we've ever saved was $57. And boy, that could take you 8 hours a day for a week to go through that. Look who it is.
It's Susanna.
My arch nemesis. No, I'm just kidding. Susanna, how are you? How is everything in Massachusetts?
I always forget where everybody's from. Unless you're from Florida, then for some reason I can remember that. That's the state I was born in. Yep. But I always forget where everybody is from or where they're living.
JRKR, never heard that saying either.
But JRKR, we've met, and her husband are awesome. They're very awesome. And if you're from Wisconsin, I remember you too. Because that's the state we live in now.
And Larry, the stash man, Larry is here. Good morning, Larry. How the H double hockey sticks are you? Larry, we were talking earlier. This is not an age joke. We were talking earlier. Remember when we used to go to school and you had to get shots? And then one time during the school, they would bring this round button out with 4 points on it for tuberculosis. And if your arm turned red within an hour after that, you'd have to go to the nurse. Some people are so young they don't remember that.
I know if you're like when I worked in the nursing home and did home care, that was one of the tests we had to get done a lot. It was like every 6 months we had to get it done, just because of the people that we were working with and the environment and stuff. So it was mandatory when I was working in a nursing home and home care.
I could never do that. I could never
take care of somebody else that's old.
No, I don't know. I can't do that. I don't have the
patience.
No, not the patience. Sometimes when I see somebody, hold on. When I was in my 20s, I used to be a major couponer, saved a lot of money, but it took time. Yeah, it's like getting another job. When I see somebody in a wheelchair, see somebody that's handicapped, I always say to myself, why? Why did God do that? Why? And I used to ask my buddy who was like, I think he's a pastor now. And it's like, why? Why would that have to happen? I don't understand. And I remember when my son was born, I used to tell my wife, because there was so much stuff in my family, spinal meningitis, this, that, the other thing. And I said, San, if there's something wrong, I'm going to be in the hills. I don't know if I could deal. It just freaks me out. I'm so nervous,
Well, some people, it kind of happens. And, I was always raised that God only gives you as much as you can handle. And obviously these people are very strong to be able to deal with the things that they deal with when it comes to those kind of situations. Me personally, I don't know how I would deal with it if it was me. But when you have people that, like I was doing, I was helping and taking care of people in their homes at a nursing home, it made me feel good that I was able to do that.
Yeah.
And I would go and I would visit them when I wasn't working, just so that I had that rapport with them, so they knew that, I'm a real person, and a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, when somebody is placed in a nursing home, their family forgets about them.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it.
So
I don't doubt it.
I've seen it so much. And so, you have the rare occasion where the family's there all the time, but you have more where they're not than they are. And
Right.
So I felt that at the time when I was doing it, that, if I go in on my days off, spend time with them, they know that they're being cared about. They know that they're not forgotten. And so for me, that was a really big deal. And that's what I felt like I was being pushed towards to do. So that's what I did.
Right.
Not a lot of people who work in the nursing home and people who do home care and stuff, that not a lot of them take very good care of people. Right. And I wanted them to know that they could come to me if anything was bothering them, if they were feeling lonely. I wanted them to know that they could come to me and talk to me and that they wouldn't have to struggle. Kind of like how my channel is now, it's, I want people to know that they're not alone and that there's people out there that care.
Yeah. So. No, that's very true. That is very true. I can remember when I had my team, when I was, practicing real estate a lot, I made it a point for Thanksgiving and Christmas to feed some unfortunate families, victim of whatever. And wow, you talk about, I know I broke down a couple of times. It's amazing. And I'm just not cut out for that. I guess that's what it's all about. I tried to help 20 to 30 families every year. And it is heart-wrenching when you hear the people's stories, when you see how grateful they are that someone chose them and helped them and stuff. It's tough. It is tough.
It really is. It really is. Bobby says, I'm a born caregiver, retired nurse. Yeah, I wanted to be a nurse for a long time. I was a CNA. Now it's a NA. It's no longer called a certified nursing assistant. It's just a nursing assistant. I started my LPN, and then I was injured and I never returned back to it.
Wow.
But I take care of, Tommy and stuff like that. And
Tommy needs a lot of taking care of.
Yeah, that didn't sound right. No, when he got real sick.
Sponge baths must be a hell of a thing, right?
No, when he got real sick a few years ago, I was thankful for what I did have for training, and then I learned wound care during that time as well, and so. And then I got real big on wanting to go back. And then I started doing the research for it and started reading some stuff. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm mentally in a place where I could do it and become a nurse. But, if somebody really needed help, I'd be there for them. The neighborhood kids come to me when they get boo-boos and I clean them up. And
oh, wow. Let's catch up. Bet you can't guess where I'm from. I don't know. Could it be Alabama? Bama picking and grinning. I like age stuff. It's okay. Ryan Davidson, we have been waiting for an hour for you to come in. Where have you been? Thanks for coming in, Ryan. Hope you're good. Hope you're well today. Larry does remember the round tuberculosis thing. Larry says, don't forget, I'm a dinosaur. Yeah, my buddies tell me that. Older than dirt. Larry, how's listing going? I did listings with everybody yesterday, Larry, and I cross-posted on Macari all those games I had here. Slow at the moment. You need to come in more often, Larry. We will get you motivated. There's a reason everything, though, is hard to believe sometimes. It's true. I mean, I just, I will
be right back.
Okay. I don't want to bring the show down. I spent the last month taking care of my sister's hubby with dementia at my house. His sister recovered from fall hip and fracture elbow. Wow. You could tell you're getting older when your kids' birthday numbers are going up. And then I don't know how many of you, but I'm on the Facebook page of my junior high school and my high school. And then all of a sudden you hear like, oh, so-and-so passed away. Oh, so-and-so passed away. It's like, damn, I'm not saying I'm going to read the obituaries every day because none of those people I don't think live here, but crazy. Adventures with Victoria. Got to get it. Batteries. See you guys later. Thank you, Victoria.
Drive safe. Have a good time. And we'll see you later. No, I had to go and check because I thought everybody was coming through the floor.
Oh,
you're up there messing around, and I didn't know what was going on, but it did. It sounded like they were going to come through the floor.
Oh, wow.
So I had to go make sure everybody was okay.
Thank you, Bama. Thank you very much for coming in. Come in anytime. I try to make the topics different all the time, from sourcing to listing. I know there's a lot of people. Well, there's a segment of people that don't want to talk about reselling and stuff. So today I just opened it up to chit chat. Of course, there's a lot of reselling chit chat too, but I'm trying to find my new way. We are still a person. I hate it when people look at me with pity in their eyes. I need to use a walker and have oxygen. Lord is real. Wow, I didn't know that, Catherine. I didn't know that. Wow.
And like I said, God only gives you so much that you can handle. And obviously, Catherine, you are a strong woman.
Yes, Larry. I did not cross post during the show, and I'm not doing Poshmark because Poshmark, from what I understand, you have to share your closet a couple of times a day. The more you share, the more activity, the more hits you get. I don't understand it. Plus, I'm not doing too much clothes.
Poshmark, I mean, it's expanding to, a lot of other things outside of clothing, but Poshmark is like a newborn baby. You have to take care of it 24/7. You have to share. It's one of those platforms that hopefully eventually they will change where you don't have to babysit it 24/7. We were doing Poshmark for a while, and it just got to a point where that's all it was.
Yeah.
We had to focus strictly on there if we wanted to make sales. And so we ended up giving it up.
There's people on Fiverr now that have job posts that they'll do that for you. You can hire people now. We'll share your closet every 5 minutes or whatever the hell they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't done that to Poshmark yet. It's terrible how all the other people keep getting older. Yeah. And Catherine, I'm sorry if it sounded like I didn't believe in God or whatever. I do. I always have. But
bless you.
Yeah, I just, Paul, I have to watch yesterday's show cross-posting. LOL, Jen. So I'm all caught up.
Yes. So did you read private chat?
No.
Okay. So real quick, while he's doing that, I wanted to show you, we're teaching the kids how to do decals as well. And this was my son's.
Holy crap. That's enormous. And that's a decal?
Mm-hmm.
Wowzer.
Yep. He got to pick it. He weeded it. And he learned how to cut it on the cutter.
Now, weeding it on that
That's
piece,
removing the excess vinyl.
Right. And there's a lot on that piece.
Yeah.
Wow. So weeding it, everybody, if you don't know, because I didn't know, in between the outline. So in other words, that's all green.
Like all this stuff.
And yeah, they have to pull out everything in between to leave the outline.
Yep.
That's a lot of work. And you're down to what? You could do that in how many minutes?
A couple minutes.
It would probably take me an hour.
Yeah. And when you start out, let me tell you, when you start out, it's a learning experience. It really is. But I've been doing it for a while. So I love doing it. It's my Wusa. So, and then this is Jaslyn's.
Okay. Little confusing with the black outline, but I see 1, 2, 3, 4 fishes, right?
There's 5.
Oh, I thought that last one was a rock.
1, 2,
go up
3,
a little more.
4, 5.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. I thought that was a rock or something. But you don't think that's a little like with the black outline around it?
No, no, it's because that's how the decal comes. And so it's the state of Wisconsin, and these are our primary fish in Wisconsin.
So what's your primary fish? I don't know. I don't see anything that's you don't know either, right?
It's okay. So there's a northern. This is a bass. Crap, you just put me on the spot. There's
I'm
walleye.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I haven't been fishing. I haven't been fishing in a while. So it's been a while. I used to fish all the time with my dad and grandpa, but it's been way too long. But yeah, there's all those.
No. You see what Just Kim wrote to you?
No, I am not.
Did you see my show yesterday?
I did not. Before? I was doing decals and we were finishing up the basement, but I know Tommy was on there.
I picked this up from an online auction or a local auction.
Okay.
This is a circuit impression, expression.
Okay.
I paid $17 for that.
Nice. You got all the cords and everything?
All the cords, it's updated. So the person was using it recently because we went on to YouTube. Of course, that's where you go to find out how to do anything. I went to YouTube and somebody said, I'm going to show you how to, because this machine, I guess, is from either 04 or 06. And the guy said, I'm going to show you how to update it to 2.1 because he says mine's at 1.7. And I says, okay. So I turned it on and I was already at 2.3. So obviously the person was using it recently. I went to Walmart yesterday because they have a whole half an aisle of circuit stuff, cricket stuff.
Cricket.
Not one cartridge. It's just all the paper, the vinyl, and the tools. So I said, well, why don't they sell the cartridges? I thought was unusual.
Cartridges as in?
You need a cartridge to go in there with an overlay on the keyboard for all different kinds of fonts and stuff like that.
Oh, so you have the older one. That's why they don't.
Yeah.
It's the newer ones aren't like that.
Well, with the cartridge, then I could go online to their Cricut website or whatever and download whatever. But I haven't done it yet because that's what I'd love to do. Because in the antique booth where I am, next to us, or two stalls down, this person sells decals.
Mm-hmm.
Typical ones, the Batman one, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle faces, for like $6 a piece.
Yeah, those are all copyright. You have to buy the copyright for that.
Yep. So I was saying, wow, I mean, if I could sell some of that stuff, I can, I know there's sites you can go to download anything. Let's see, Mary Catherine, I have a very strong husband, Jim. I know, yep. He has been my rock for over 48 years, but I don't feel old yet. That's very
And you
cool.
shouldn't. And that's awesome. Congratulations. 48 years is a long time.
Yes.
That's amazing.
I have been hearing you don't have to share, but I have been watched Cat Nurse Flipper so far, as far as I know she doesn't. That's why I was thinking of listing on Posh. I don't know, Larry. Posh, people think clothing. Why not try Bonanza instead of Posh? Just a thought.
I don't know anything about Bonanza.
No fishing. Oh my God, I need to start again. Been a couple of years since I have been fishing. Couple of years, probably been 30 years for me since I've been fishing. Just Kim, I have some of the older cartridges. Well, I was on Vicky Toria's show the other day. I'm gonna put
she is so gonna kick your butt.
Well, you know me. I'll push the limits. I was on Victoria's show the other day, and I told you they were talking about scores they got, and I said, "Oh, I bought this. If anybody has any older cartridges with the keyboard covers or whatever, or any, I'd be interested. Just depends on price. But yeah, my email's right there. Let me know. I've seen them on eBay. They're all over eBay, all over the place. $10, $20, $40. I don't know what the difference is.
It depends on what's all on the cartridge, I'm supposing.
Yeah.
And the older they are.
Now, my son has a printer like you have. The big 4-foot wide one,
the vinyl cutter?
Yeah. They don't call it a cutter. What are they? A plotter, right?
A plotter.
Yeah. He told me, he said, why don't you buy one? I said, what am I going to do with it?
We have a 24-inch. Is it a 24 or 32? Oh, 34. My bad. I got some of the numbers just not together correctly.
Yep.
So 34-inch plotter, and then we have 3 other cutters as well, or plotters, 3 12-inch ones. So we actually redid our basement due to the printing or the prints by TBE. So
Hey, wait a minute. Do you have to leave?
do I have to leave?
Are you gals going on today?
No, not today. It's
Okay.
next week.
All right. I wasn't sure.
No, next week.
I wasn't sure. I don't know if Susanna's still here. She didn't even say hi to me. Wednesday 9.
Said hello to everybody, Paul.
I said hello to everybody.
She said hello too.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Just checking. Just checking. So anybody else have any questions or anything about anything? We would, like I said, this was just a chit chat show. Yeah, I know when it's me, people always talk reselling, and I don't mind. I love it myself. I'll talk reselling, making money all day long, every day, 24/7. I don't care. I'll just keep talking until I can't talk anymore. And then I'll do some more talking after that because I just love it. Okay, I will send you pics of what I have. I got them at a yard sale, but I have a newer circuit. Okay. I looked at what Walmart had yesterday. They had 3 machines. When I bought this, because I saw an image, I thought it was the small, like 12-inch one. And then she came out with this, and I said, oh, damn. And then it worked. I says, oh, damn.
It's a Cree-cut, Paul. Got to remember it, because if, people come back and look at it, they'll not know what.
Everybody's telling me
and it's driving Tommy nuts. You're saying it wrong. He's over there telling him to correct it.
Well, everybody tells me it's call it cricket.
It's a Cree-cut. Is how it's pronounced. Yeah.
Well, they had one.
Yeah.
They had them between $179 and $399 at Walmart.
They're expensive. They all are. Yeah.
Wow.
Even the one that we use is up there in price. So, but I love it. It keeps me busy and it keeps my mind focused. So
yeah, but doing that, what do you call it? That weeding. That's a special talent right there, boy.
It's like when you take and you have a ball of yarn or not yarn, but like necklaces and
untangling.
I can get those undone real quick too. So that's
Damn.
my thing. I just focus and do what I got to do. And
all right, Bobby, thank you for coming in. Thank you. Hope to see you again soon.
It's all right, Kim. She said I spelled it wrong. It's all good. Good. I still can't spell the cutter that I use, so it's all good. Can you drop the Prints by TBE link again for me, please? And then
yeah, it should still be in my memory. You could do it now too, though.
Okay. It won't let me.
Yeah,
but
it will now.
I'm gonna put the coupon code in chat. It's first 10. So for anybody who for anybody who orders and uses that code, you'll get a discount.
It's the machine in the closet that I keep saying I want it out. There's a lot to it. And there's a lot it can do. I mean, we watched probably 5 videos, and you can, depending on what you're cutting, you can adjust your blade from a 1 to a 6. And if you're doing foam, it's like, what the hell am I going to do foam for? But I guess that's for scrapbooking. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different. Yeah, you can emboss with them. You can do a whole lot of stuff. And that's the thing. They have so many uses that there are things even I personally wouldn't have thought of that I will run across on YouTube, or Tommy will run across on YouTube and be like, oh, I never thought of that. And then, so there's so many settings and stuff like that. This is so funny. It's funny to me. Thank you very much for your generosity of sharing your knowledge with us. We are like a sponge. You are like the water that is filling the sponge. Oh, that's an interesting analogy. That's pretty neat. When I first went into real estate, I settled with Coldwell Banker. I've only been with 3 brokers other than myself. You'll hear realtors that say, "Oh, I've been with a new broker every year." That's crazy. My very first broker I was with for years and years and years used to tell me, "You're like a sponge. You just take everything in." Because I would go to every class I could, I would go to every training that I could. But then 5 years later, I was the trainer because I used to just take it all in, just absorb. I wanted to know everything I had to know to make my business better. I love it. I made shirts, decals, all kinds of things and loved it. I moved out. It hasn't found a home. Yeah, one of the videos they showed putting vinyl on T-shirts, which I didn't understand. Huh?
It's HTV, and it's it's a process. I mean, it's just like doing a window decal. It's just that it's a different vinyl that you actually put on a shirt and you heat press it down.
Yeah, they showed the little heat press you could buy or whatever.
Yeah, we have the handheld and we have the actual
heat press.
Swing away heat press.
But it's vinyl though?
What's that? Yeah, it's a vinyl. But it's a special type of vinyl that
you can wash.
Yeah, it's a heat transfer vinyl that you can wash. A lot of times depending on the type of vinyl that you use will be anywhere from 50 to 100 washes. I have a shirt that I wear, my Shamrock Pixie shirt that I wear, that is vinyl that if you wash it correctly, it'll last forever.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it'll eventually crack and stuff like that, but I've had it for a long time and I wash it inside out and it's still going strong. So
wow. I noticed now I know they're expensive, but they have the machines, the dye sublimation. You can put the shirt in the machine and it prints right on the fabric.
Yeah, we have that. It's sublimation, and it becomes the design becomes part of the item that you're transferring it to.
Yeah.
Yep. And it doesn't fade, it doesn't peel, it doesn't crack. You can wash it tons and tons of times. And
that's cool. That is real cool. The dye sub is whoever thought of that, whoever invented that is like,
and that's honestly the best way to go is sublimation. Because sometimes certain vinyls will feel heavier. Even though they're not, but they'll just, like, if you're out in the heat and stuff, it'll feel a little heavier. So we try to push the sublimation. And Tommy just got the printer moved, and we're actually going to do a video. I think he said a live to show our new setup and everything that's going on. I'm just not sure when, but he's got the printer going. He's got two of the 4 cutters over by him, and I have my cutter, and then we have the big one over there. So if you guys are not subscribed to Tommy the Bargain Effect, please do so on YouTube, because we'll be doing a video /live.
Definitely
opening up or introducing everybody to our new space. I know a lot of people,
and don't forget those decals. Do you have any for resellers yet? Like I break for yard sales or anything like that?
Those are usually special orders at this time.
Okay.
But we can do them. Yeah, we can do websites. We can do pretty much anything when it comes to decals.
So I used to have the stickers on the magnets on my truck and stuff like that. And you'll get 1 or 2 calls on it, or you'll get people looking at it. You put your YouTube channel on it, you put your Facebook page on it. Yeah. You'll get 1 or 2 hits a month, and especially if you're on the road a lot.
So we have Tommy's email, our web address up on the back of his truck. And we also have buy, sell, trade, stuff like that. And he's gotten hits galore from advertising on his truck.
Whatever happened to 30 outboard motors that you were cleaning the garage for Tommy's purchase of 30 outboard motors? I seem to remember.
We didn't get the garage cleaned fast enough because we were dealing with everything else. So he missed out on the deal.
Because one motor is not enough. 30, you can go wicked fast.
Yeah.
So anybody have any questions or anything for either one of us? Or
I do want to ask everybody in chat if you guys could please keep Julie and her husband Jim in your prayers, please. That would be greatly appreciated.
Why would happen?
If you go to Julie's channel, she did a short live. So I'm just asking people for prayers. So if you want to go to Julie Hart's channel to find out what's going on, please do it. I feel like it's not my place to say exactly what's going on. I'm just asking people for prayers for her and her husband. And then
a lot of prayers needed on a couple of channels these days. Mm-hmm. I appreciate all the ones that everybody gave Sandy and I. And like I said, we are on the mend. But there's a lot of people out there hurting still and having issues, which sucks. Yeah.
So the straight talk went to just Wednesdays. So Julie can do what she needs to do. She stepped away from the show. So, which is 100% fine. We're still supporting her, still sending love. She needs to take care of what she needs to take care of. And that door is always open for her. So, cool. But we're doing it on Wednesdays on Susanna's channel.
Okay.
Susanna Chronicles. So
all right.
It does have the next week's link open.
There's been people that have asked me, and I ask almost every show, should I go back to 10? Should I stay at 8:30? It's like a mix, because some of the people from California, it's the same problem I had when I used to do the show at 9:00 and I try to get guests. And people would say, Paul, 9:00, that means it's 6:00 here in California. It's too damn early. As I understand that. So I don't know. I mean, 8:30, I look at it as the stuff that I talk about is kind of, because I think Michael Wheels said it best. When we're reselling, we need accountability, and this could be some good accountability. Because the way I don't know, I don't want to call myself a coach. I try to tell people, this is in the same way I started the show today. This is the stuff I do every morning. Mm-hmm. If you do it, like supposedly if you do something consistently for 3 weeks, it becomes a habit. But if you do it consistently, it should help. List a couple items. Like yesterday, I listed 15 items, I think. Not all during the show, but even an hour after the show. If you do it consistently, your sales should grow. If you do other things consistently, look at offers, make offers, and that type of stuff. And then I tell people like, okay, you've done this now to all your platforms. Now you can spend the day with your friends, your family, or sourcing. How much of your day is spent with money-making activities? So by doing it, it keeps me accountable also. Good morning, Countess April. How are you today? Countess April came in with us last week. I didn't realize she was into storage lockers. She had some good points too. Yes. So it's good to hear a lot of different things. Like the last sourcing one we did was good. There was a lot of different places, a lot of different channels we went to. Channels, I mean sites. I've been approved now. What's tomorrow's show? I'm just trying to look up what's tomorrow's show's topic. Is it sourcing again? Sourcing from home? I don't have one listed for tomorrow. I think I'm taking tomorrow off.
Are you talking? Well, tomorrow's what, Thursday?
Thursday.
So you have one here Thursday, 8:30. Online resellers. How are your sales?
Oh, okay. All right. Sunday, this past Sunday, I went kind of crazy. When I say crazy, I reached out to a lot of sites, and some of the sites you could apply for a wholesale account on their site, only some. I've been getting responses back now daily, and one of the sites said it was a hobby site for toys and stuff. And one of the sites says, I'm sorry, we can't accept your application. We can't even take care of the customers we have now.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the first time I got that type of response. But some of the liquidation companies, I applied for an account. I sent them all my info. 3 days later, yep, you're approved. Here's what you do next. So I can start buying liquidation now. One of the liquidation companies, because I said, how do you ship? And one of the liquidation companies, I think it was B-Stock, said the best and least expensive way for you to get the product is to pick it up yourself. So because they have liquidation all over the country that they deal with. And there's one place in Florida. It's Miami, so it's a 3-hour drive. But I don't have, I have a pickup. If they can forklift the the pallet into the back of the pickup, then it might be worth it. I try to get some listings done every day, early day. That's the way to do it. And you don't list any of your decals on eBay or any place, do you?
Yeah, they're on eBay. They're on Marketplace. Yep.
Okay.
All under the same thing, Prints by TBE.
How about Etsy?
No.
Because I think I told you once when we were on the show together before, I was looking for a Figment magnet from Walt Disney World that we missed. And I said, let me just go to Etsy. There were so many bootlegs of that sticker. They took that image, they made, it was a magnet, but they made stickers out of it. They made plaques out of it. They made enamel pins out of it. I don't understand why you do something like that on eBay and Vero is on you like that.
Yep.
Remove your listing. But the bootleg stuff is incredible on Etsy.
Yeah, we don't mess with Etsy. At least not right now. But we don't bootleg anything either. So the stuff that you see on our website and stuff like that, we have licenses for, and that's the way to go. If you're going to offer a decal or whatever it is, make sure you have the license for it. It's very important because you can lose everything from one decal that isn't licensed.
Yep.
And that's copyrighted. So
that's interesting.
Yep. So I don't know how they're getting away with it on Etsy. I really don't, because let me tell you, eBay's on it. There's other Amazon's on it. So hopefully they'll crack down on that stuff. But it's just, Etsy isn't a thing for us right now. So we don't use it.
I'm looking to expand into a third place. I'm not sure which one yet, but I want to break into a third one and just keep it going.
Yeah, Marketplace has been really hot.
Everybody says that, and I have, I think, 2 listings or 3 listings that are expired. So I'm thinking, and I keep saying this to myself, go in and renew them, change them, renew them, and see if you can get it sold. It's big stuff that I don't want to ship.
Okay.
So stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, I would just put it on Marketplace. That's where a lot of our sales are as well. So
Yeah. Cool.
we love Marketplace though.
Yeah, I gotta get into it again. My son tells me, "So you didn't list the car yet?" He says, "I sold the Mustang in a week," and I said, "You suck." Um, he buys these cars, he'll throw a paint job on it, fix the engine or whatever, and before you know it, he sold it. It's like, all right.
That's how a lot of people do it too. It's.
I know, but I don't know what's holding me back from doing it. I should just do it live on one of the shows.
Are you intimidated by
Market.
it?
Huh?
Are you intimidated by it? Maybe.
No. I think sometimes the word is procrastination. I'm not sure.
I don't think it's procrastination there, Paul.
That does happen to me once in a while. I do procrastinate. Plus, I don't know. I told the doctor yesterday, I said, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's these pills, but as the day goes on, we both feel kind of worse. We feel better in the morning, worse during the day.
It's because your body's still trying to recoup from it. It's going to take a while. Yeah.
We had somebody in the chat yesterday. She's been dealing with it for 12 months.
Yeah,
it's like the same thing. It's like you feel like the hand of God is grabbing me from the back and squeezing my ribs together sometimes. But
everybody's body reacts differently. And and that's not just to what's, you guys have been diagnosed with or whatever, but it's with anything. Everybody is different. You're going to have different healing times, different lengths of time that it's going to affect you. And some people are real lucky and it's gone within a few weeks and they don't have any issues. And then people, yeah. And then you have other people that, they're down for a while.
Yep. I'll have to look into that, April. Thank you. Sweet wormwood.
Wormwood.
Wormwood. Not like what the dogs get, woodworm. Wormwood. I wish I had a tapeworm.
Oh my God. No, you don't.
No? Doesn't a tapeworm make you skinny and eat all that fat? Get in there, eat all that fat.
It does, but let me tell you, that's not all it does.
Okay.
You don't want one because you think you're sick now, you'll be sick worse with the tapeworm.
I have to admit, we're on our 7th week being sick, and I lost 20 pounds. Not the ideal way I wanted to do it, but sucks. Anyway, not to bring the show down, but how is everybody today? This morning we had Mike. Guess what day it is?
Hold on.
Day. Huh?
Tommy Paul's asking what day it is.
Hump day. Mike. We had Mike on from January House this morning. We have Des on. We had a lot of good interaction with the chat. Susanna even came in and graced us with an appearance in the chat. I don't have mine anymore next to me, Des. My squeezy heart, because Sandy has to do it for her shoulder exercises. So it's over there. I was sick for a week and a half, very sick. I heard, Countess. I heard.
Wow.
Glad you are better.
For sure.
Excuse me. But if anybody else, huh?
I do have to go. I have orders I need to do. So.
All right, show
But
up.
thank you for having me on. It was great seeing everybody in chat. Paul,
thanks for coming in.
Much love, everybody, and we will see you again soon. Like this, not like this. Like this. There you go. That works. All right. Much love, everybody.
Thanks for coming in.
Yep, not a problem. Have a good day, everybody.
You too. Bye. Off topic, but I scored some. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Off topic, but I scored some Stan Lee signed comics. Silver Surfer, Hulk, Marvel Universe at a flea market last weekend. Super cheap, gradable condition. Holy crap. just, I mean, yeah, if they're not Stan Lee's signature, you can always send them in. And if it's really not Stan Lee's signature, just tell them I don't want them graded. But at least you find out if it's really his signature. I believe they'll verify his signature. He used to be at Comic-Con every year and signing everything. I've met him a couple of times. Never was enthused to get his signature on anything. But the only person that I really wanted to get his signature was Alex Ross. I had a number one of his, I forget what the name of the book is now, but he was asking $40 for a signature. And the line was incredible. So I know he was set up, I think 3 across the aisle, 3 booths down from us. And I never did it. And the other guy, not Roy Thomas, the other guy, he's always right across from us at Comic-Con. He's also, he's very, very thin, always wears a 3-piece suit and flashy. Just forget his name off the top of my head, but he's always $25 to $50, depending on which book you give him. I think he's the one that did Iron Man #1. I don't remember now. But yeah, I don't think Stan used to, back in the days, I don't think he used to charge for his autograph at all. After a while, though, he started only appearing at the CGC booth. And then they would charge because you would meet him, get the thing signed, and then you could give it to CGC right there to send in to be graded. Took that Wormwood the next day. I was feeling so much better. Wow. I'll have to check on that. Wormwood. Yeah, we never find that anything good like that around here, Ryan. Wormwood. Swanson, iHerb. Amazon. Excuse me. It's a herb. So anybody else? Nothing's off topic. Anybody else have any? Paul, I do feel sorry for myself. I do not. Okay. Paul, I do not feel sorry for myself. The pandemic caused storage auction buyers to start YouTube auctions. Then we started buying. Now we have to start selling so we can keep buying. Now we have to start selling so we can keep buying. I didn't say I feel sorry for you or anything. Storage auction buyers to start YouTube auctions. I know there's a hell of a lot of YouTube auctions. There is equally as many Facebook auctions as there are YouTube auctions, but the Facebook ones are generated as like action figures, comic books, antiques, ephemera. YouTube auctions are kind of the whole realm of things. But we have to start selling so we can keep buying. So originally, were you buying to sell or being collectors? You should always be selling. Even when I was a collector, and I still am a collector, I would buy and buy 2, one to show, one to go. And hopefully the one that I sold helps pay for the one that I collected. Excuse me. But don't buy just to buy. Buy what you can sell. Like one of the distributors I got approved with yesterday, we had a little back and forth email. And she said, well, what are you into? What do you want me to? I'll be your rep here. It's a liquidation company. What do you want me to look for? And I says, well, primarily for the last 40 years, I've been dealing in toys. I says, but to be brutally honest, I will sell anything I can make a buck on. And she says, okay, great to know. I think I'm all done collecting. I say that and I get a really bad pain in my side. But no, I think I'm done. I'm going to start liquidating all this soon. Got a Dixon signed Bloodshot and a Jeff Smith signed Bone. Very good on the Bone. I just found some out of my own collection the other day. I don't have number 1, but Bone is good. The pandemic has changed our lives for the better. Now we have a reason to get up in the morning. Fantastic. Fantastic. The pandemic has changed the world. I mean, you've been in my show a couple of times, right? How many times do people say, well, the pandemic is getting worse? Like in Florida, that's all we hear about. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Oh, my God. And I tell people that you don't even have to leave your house to source. There are so many places to source. There is no need to leave the house to source if you're scared. And I have to admit, and JEK and Ryan, I will say hi again, but hold on. One of my buyers, because when I was doing the swap meet auction on Wednesday, yes, I have not done one in a couple of weeks because I just haven't felt good, said, I bought something from you. I just got it, but I think I'm just going to keep it in the garage for another 3 months because you have COVID. And then I started wondering, well, how many other people feel like that don't want to buy from me? So then I asked the doctor, I called and I says, could I still be carrying contagious? And they said, no, after the first week you were on antibiotics already. No. And now we're on our 4th round of antibiotics, and we got retested Thursday and we both came up negative. So if you buy something from me, don't worry. And the other thing, remember when COVID first came out, we were all nervous about that. From what we all read and came up with, the shipping time. So 3 days, 4 days to get to a person, that would be enough to kill the virus that's on anything. Just saying. But JEK, thank you very much for coming in. Thank you. I hope everything is good in your world today. I would like first dibs on your collection. Ryan, the person I think that's going to end up with my collection has the same name as me. It's just a JR after it. You did just say hi. Exactly. That's right. So, yeah, I'm still, I still have a stack of books. I still have, where is it? Oh, you can't see it. I still have this stack of books, about 100 books right here, that I want to send into CGC. That's my prime collection right there. But I still have, I don't know, do I want to spend the, what is it now? Crap! I do still have a membership with CGC. So I think it's, if I send over 20 books or 25 books, it comes down to $18 a book. But 100 times 18, do I want to do it? I don't know. On what you said about the virus. Yep. So Ryan, you I know you've bought from me also, but you never said that do you resell? Where do you resell? Are you on eBay or do you just collect? And if you see me bidding on an auction or something, like Kyle. Everybody knows Kyle, I think. Him and I were bidding each other on Big Barn Auction, had some really choice older books. And that's what I look for, is older books. And I stopped because I knew all I was going to do is sell the books. Thor never, I'm not a real big Thor fan, but it was the first appearance of somebody. And I said to myself, well, $275. If I grade it and the time and the expense on grading it, I could make $100. So I wasn't, I stopped. If I could have doubled my money, I might have done it. Both I collect and resell. Yeah, see, I used to own two comic book stores. And, I used to have 50 long boxes of comics, supposedly all choice stuff, but comics are all over the place. I needed something to do. I was existing. I bought some vintage jewelry. Then I bought some more. Jim started buying die cast. Now we have hundreds of pounds of jewelry and thousands of them. Wow. Yeah, I bought another flat of die cast at a local auction. I might go on with Mike tonight from January House, because I do have stuff that I'd like to sell. Not doing any auctions for like 3 weeks now. So I might go on with him. I might. I do have that. I have Pokemon cards that I've been obtaining at local auctions also. And I know people are still into those. So if there's nothing else, I've gone extra long today. I apologize. I know Johnny's on. But I went extra long today. I appreciate everybody. This was really good. The chat was really good, was really active. I appreciate that. If there's nothing else, or if no one has any questions at all, anything else? Ma, what's happening? Ma goes on in the mornings real early. Usually, I believe it was on the weekends. I go in and say Heidi Ho. Usually it's her, Cody, and several others. They do just a chat also. Cody's afraid to come in because she's afraid all we'll talk about is reselling. I know she'll hear that back. But I invite her every morning. But if there's no other questions or anything, at least you got to see me pop in. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, we all did. J-E-K. Yes, we all did. Let me, because I know I don't do enough promoting. And I know it should be in the description. But and Melissa Cape, how are you? How's everything in Massachusetts? I asked somebody earlier, but they refused to answer me. There's my eBay store. If anybody's interested in anything I have there, I think I have best offer on just about everything in there. So you can always look at that. I at least made it to say hi, Paul. Love you, Paulie. Thanks, Mom. Melissa Cape is doing well. How's everything on Cape Cod? Can't wait to see Cape Cod. Last time we were home, I think it's been 2 years now, maybe 3 years. I wanted to go to Cape Cod, and they said traffic on the bridge was backed up over an hour. So I said, I don't have the patience anymore for traffic. But I guess it's good once you're in the Cape. Dying for some good seafood. So anything else? Anyone? Anyone? Going once? Anyone? Going twice? Just wanted to use that. I haven't used that in so long. I just wanted to use that. So if there's nothing else, I am going to end the show here. It says YouTube won't let me open web pages. Well, if you go to eBay and just look for Toys and Stuff Collectibles, all one word, Toys and Stuff Collectibles, you'll find my page, my store. So I appreciate everybody from coming. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you. It was really cool. Great questions today. Great chat also. So I will see everybody later. I'm going to talk to Mike, see if I can make it in tonight and sell a couple items with him. So hopefully everybody's subscribed to January House Mike for an auction tonight. I think he said 7 p.m. So thanks, everybody. See you later. Make it a great day and make some money.